In a stirring return that has captured the hearts of millions across the Commonwealth, Their Majesties King William V and Queen Catherine are set to embark on a historic two-day visit to Canada this summer, a gesture rich with symbolism, history, and renewal. The announcement from Buckingham Palace earlier this month has ignited excitement from Victoria to Halifax, with preparations underway for one of the most significant royal tours in recent decades. This visit marks the King and Queen's first trip to Canada since His Majesty's coronation last year, a ceremony steeped in tradition that officially began his reign following the passing of Queen Elizabeth II. For many Canadians, this royal return feels like a homecoming. It reaffirms Canada's place not just in the Commonwealth, but in the hearts of the monarch and his consort. A monarch with modern vision. King William, known for his progressive views and emphasis on modernization within the monarchy, has long held a special connection with Canada. His early royal engagements included visits to British Columbia and Quebec as a young prince, where he impressed citizens with his humility and genuine interest in Indigenous cultures and environmental causes. Now, as sovereign, he returns not merely as a figurehead, but as a symbol of unity and continuity. Accompanied by Queen Catherine, who has blossomed into one of the most admired and influential royal figures of her generation, the visit aims to bridge the past and future of Canada's evolving relationship with the Crown. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Canada has always welcomed us with open arms, the King said in a recent message to Governor-General Mary Simon. It is a land of immense beauty, rich diversity, and enduring strength. We look forward to seeing the people of Canada once again. Not as visitors, but as partners in a shared journey forward. A symbolic itinerary. The royal couple's itinerary is designed to reflect both tradition and transformation. Their journey will begin in Ottawa, where they will be received with a formal welcome ceremony at Rideau Hall, complete with a 21-gun salute, a review of the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, and the playing of the national anthems. From there, they will meet with political leaders, Indigenous chiefs, youth advocates, and members of the Canadian Armed Forces. A special event honoring Canada's Truth and Reconciliation Commission will be held, where the King is expected to address the painful legacy of colonialism and express his commitment to reconciliation. On the second day, Their Majesties will travel to Vancouver to engage with climate scientists, coastal communities, and urban development leaders. Queen Catherine, known for her mental health advocacy, will visit a children's hospital and take part in a roundtable discussion on youth, well-being, and early childhood development, issues close to her heart. A crown reimagined. This visit isn't just ceremonial. It arrives at a pivotal time when questions about the relevance of monarchy in modern Canada continue to stir debate. Public sentiment toward the Crown has shifted over the years, particularly among younger generations and Indigenous communities. For some, the monarchy remains a vestige of colonialism. For others, it is a cherished part of Canada's heritage. But if any monarch can rejuvenate that relationship, it is King William. His efforts to reshape the role of royalty, shedding some of the stiff formalities and emphasizing service over symbolism, have drawn praise from many quarters. In fact, many Canadians recall his emotional 2022 speech on climate justice delivered at a UN summit in Montreal, where he stated, "It is not power that defines a king, it is responsibility." Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. This ethos, blending gravitas with empathy, is what many believe will define his reign. The Queen's quiet power. Queen Catherine has also emerged as a defining figure in the new royal era. Once described as the people's princess of the 21st century, she has transitioned gracefully into her role as queen consort. Her elegance, warmth, and charitable work have garnered admiration not just in the United Kingdom, but globally. Her Canadian supporters recall her 2011 visit to Quebec City, when she charmed crowds by speaking in French and showing deep curiosity about local history. Now, as Queen, she brings a stronger voice, particularly on issues affecting women and children. During this visit, she will also unveil a new initiative in partnership with Canadian charities focused on prenatal care in underserved communities. According to Kensington Palace, Queen Catherine has been personally involved in the development of the project, marking a step forward in her role as a royal leader in social advocacy. A country on display. As with any royal visit, the pageantry and pride of hosting the monarch will be on full display. Cities are preparing their streets, residents are dusting off Union Jacks, and school children are rehearsing songs. Yet, amid the flags and flowers, there is a deeper narrative unfolding, one of reflection, healing, and reimagining Canada's place in a changing world. The visit is also expected to include meetings with representatives of diverse communities, including recent immigrants, LGBTQ+ leaders, and climate activists. It is a tour designed not just to showcase the monarchy, but to listen, learn, and adapt. The King and Queen are not coming to impose tradition, said former Canadian diplomat Juliette Marot. They're coming to engage with our present and our future. That's what makes this visit historic. What Canadians say. Public opinion, as always, is mixed but vibrant. I grew up watching the Queen on TV, said Helen Thomas, a retired teacher in Nova Scotia. To see her grandson and his wife now leading with such grace makes me feel proud. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Others are more skeptical. I think we should be talking about independence, said Aaron Patel, a university student in Toronto. But I also respect that the King seems more open and willing to have real conversations. Indigenous leaders, whose communities have often borne the heaviest legacies of colonialism, have offered cautious support. Words must be met with action, said Chief Layla Rain of the Coast Salish Nation. But if the King is serious about listening, then we will welcome that. Cameras, crowds, and commemoration. Media coverage is expected to be extensive, with global outlets descending on Canada to document every moment of the royal couple's journey. From elegant state dinners to intimate community visits, their appearances are likely to draw thousands. Security preparations are in full swing, coordinated by the Royal Canadian Mounted Police and local authorities, ensuring both safety and accessibility. Commemorative coins, stamps, and special broadcasts are already in the works, with CBC airing a live two-day special titled The Crown Returns, a new royal chapter. Social media, too, is abuzz, with hashtags like #RoyalReturn and #KingInCanada trending weeks before their arrival. For Canadians of all stripes, the visit offers a moment of collective reflection on identity, on change, and on continuity. More than a visit. Ultimately, the King and Queen's two-day tour is about more than speeches and ceremonies. It is a symbolic embrace, a reaching out across oceans and generations, a gesture that says, we are still here. We are still listening. It is a chance to confront the contradictions of monarchy in a modern age, heritage versus progress, tradition versus innovation, reverence versus reform. But perhaps in those contradictions lies the true strength of this moment. Because history isn't just about what was, it's about what could be. As the King steps onto Canadian soil once more, hand in hand with the Queen, it is not the weight of the crown that will define the visit, it is the light they aim to bring with it. Subscribe the channel to get such videos.